What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the garage. As you can see, we got the golf cart in here today. We got a little project for that. So we really enjoy taking the golf cart out for rounds around the neighborhood. Our neighborhood is still under construction, so it's really cool to get to go out and see the progress of the different houses as they're being built. The problem with that is, as hot as it's been here, it's just not comfortable to go out until well after dark, until it cools down a little bit. And even now that it's cooled down outside and we're approaching fall, the sun now sets so early that we're still end up out after dark. And even though the golf cart has headlights and taillights, and in a previous video you saw me add some extra lighting in the front, it's not very bright and it doesn't feel really safe. There's a lot of distracted drivers out on the roads these days, so I wanted to do something with the golf cart to make it much more visible at night and to help keep us safe and keep us from getting hit. So that's what we're going to do. I got online and checked out our friends at Kemimoto again, and I found this kit on their website. This is a universal underglow kit. So it's made for just about any golf cart. Could be used for side-by-sides and other vehicles as well. So we're going to check it out, see what it comes with, and then we're going to get it installed on the cart, and then we're going to see how it works. A lot going on here. I haven't even opened this thing at all. I just saving it for you guys. So let's have a look and see what's in here. All right, so in this bag we got some very robust LED light strips. You can see those are not the cheap ones you get from the dollar store. That's thick, robust. It looks like it's very sturdy. It's got some adhesive backing on there. Got the 4-pin waterproof light connectors with some long wires. In this bag, quite a bit of the same. We got some mounting tools. It looks like some clips, some zip ties, screws for the clips. Got the handy remote and the controller. Wow. All right, so we got power there, your controller there, and then a connection point for all of the lights. I'm assuming there's one for underside and then one for under the canopy. I'm just assuming, but more than likely. I've used these plugs before, these connectors on the headlights for the Jeep, the halo rings on the headlights use these same connectors. So I know they're really sturdy and they're waterproof. They work really good. Got a little bit of instructions. We're probably going to need that. And then some more light strips. See if there's anything in these instructions to note. All right, looks like we got 2 really long strips, 2 next length, 2 smaller than that, 4 smaller than that, and 2 little bitty ones. And then we got an image here that tells us which ones go where. Looks like you got some under the roof, some on the front and back, some in the wheel wells, some under the side skirts, and then one under the center console to light up your floorboard. Looks pretty straightforward. Looks like I need to collect some equipment though. I do not see a power switch. I do not want these on all the time. I want them on a switch. So I'll need to source a power switch and some wire to get to that switch, and then we connect this to the switch. So other than that, it looks like everything's here. All right, let me collect some stuff and then we'll get started. All right, did some thinking, collected some supplies. I think I got a game plan that's going to be good for this cart. Every one of them is going to be different, of course, because things are laid out differently, and if you put it on a UTV or something like that, it's going to be different. But I got some wire. It's a little overkill, but it's what I have. I got a switch. Got some various network or power connectors. I got some spades, some loops, some of those solder joints, some shrink wrap. I got some zip ties. So here's the plan. In a previous video, I installed a power distribution panel up here in the front. see if I can get this thing out. There we go. So that's that guy. So it holds power and ground, and it's switched, or it's fused. So I don't have to worry about a fuse. I just have to connect to that. That's the amp for the radio, previous video. So what I'm going to do is power off of this. I'm going to drill a new hole up here for the switch. And then we'll have to run power from there to where I'm going to put the brain unit. That's this guy. So this is kind of, you know, it's a lot of wires and such, so I don't want it out where you can see it. So I think I'm going to mount this. You can see where I'm at here. I'm under the back seat basically. Mount this here, and then I'll have this one going one way and this one going the other way, like that. And then I can run underneath lights down through there, and I can zip tie the overhead lights to this upright on either side. So I have access to both underneath the cart and the ceiling, or the roof. So I think that's the plan. Hopefully it comes with some little adhesive squares. Hopefully they're sticky enough to keep it there. I've also got some adhesive tape here. Had it a while, but it still works. So I think that's the plan. I'm going to get that mounted under there. Maybe easier to get to it from back here. Yeah, so basically up there. And I did some testing with the remote. I hooked it up to my little 12-volt power unit over here, and the remote works pretty much no matter which direction you point it. I even held my hand like right in front of it, like this far, and pointed it across the room that way, and it still worked. So the remote works really good. And then it also has a phone app. I'm assuming Bluetooth. I haven't messed with it yet. I downloaded it as far as I got, but it does have a phone app that you can run, so you don't have to have line of sight for that. This does have a little infrared thing on it, so it should be line of sight, but it works really good. So that's the plan. See how far I can get, and then we'll update in a minute. All right, you can probably see a little better back here. So I got that mounted in the middle there with the two octopus things off to the side. So those are out through that opening to get underneath the cart, and then up the upright to get to the top. And then this will go through there. Once I put the extension on it, the wire on there, we get that to the front for power. I have power under the seat right here. The problem is I would have to put a switch in the back here somewhere. And I'm still kind of playing with that idea. Get all this crap out of the way. See, I have a power thing here. It'll make for a much shorter run. But then I'd have to put the switch like in that. But I guess it wouldn't matter as long as it has a switch. I don't know. I wonder if the switch would fit in that. Already a hole there. I don't know. Still on the fence. I don't want to run power all the way to the front just because it's a lot of work when I have power right here. But I also want it to look good and be easy to use. So, I don't know. I'll think about it while I install the lights. That'll be next. All right, got these guys installed. So you do a 36-inch on either side and then a 20-inch on the front and the back. I had to take my speakers down for just a minute while I reached in there to put that one on. I plan on running these wires down into this channel all the way back here and then down this with some zip ties to keep it nice and neat. Hopefully they're long enough to make it. All right, I'll run those wires real quick and then we'll put the speakers back in, and the roof, the top will be done. The bottom's going to be a little more work. There's a lot of those. All right, keep moving forward. All right, wires are all cleaned up and zip tied in. Speakers are reinstalled. There's a lot of slack back here, but I'll clean that up once I'm done. Just bound them all up and zip tie them all together, keep them out of the way. Kind of want to hook up the power real quick and just see what they look like just on the top. I'm impatient that way. All right, next is the bottom. I think I'm gonna drive it up on the ramp so I can get a little bit more room under there and see. Do the front on the ramps and then do the back on the ramps. Because we've got one in each fender well, so that's 4. And then one on each side, so that's 6. And then there's one for the center console. I'm assuming they want it like here. But I'm thinking I might put it under here to light up this area, because we typically have this folded out because that's where the doodle rides. That's her little platform. So it would light up this whole area, the step and everything. We'll see. Still haven't decided yet where I want to run power to. That switch does not fit in this hole, so I don't want to drill it out. So I'll either have to drill a hole for the switch or run power up here. I don't know. Still haven't decided yet. All right, I'm going to go ahead and tackle the side skirt ones first. I think putting them on this bar here going to be best. Out here you're going to see the bulb. It's going to be too far out. I don't want to see the light. I want to see the glow. So I'm going to put it on this one. There's one on both sides. I may have to do something with this zip tie here, but I'm going to clean that up with some that's what I've been, you saw me with the paper towels. I've been wiping everything with rubbing alcohol to promote adhesion. I'm going to do a test fit on here, see if I need to move this zip tie, and then I'm going to mount this one and that side up, and we'll work on the fender wells. The back fender wells won't be a problem. It's the fronts, because there's not really fender wells. It's so open, you're going to see the bulbs. I don't put them way up there. Maybe on this, I don't know. Guess I'll make that decision when I get there. All right, next bulbs. All right, we got those installed. We got the wires run up through there and zip tied in. And then they pop out that hole there. Connect them two up. And then we'll work on the front fender well lights. I don't know where I'm going to put those yet. I got to see how long they are. I wonder if they'll fit in that lip right there. That way you don't see the bulb, but it lights up the fender. I don't know. It's very dirty. All right, let me get these wired up and then we'll move forward. All right, I come to a bit of an impasse with these front fenders because I want to see the light output and the directions. So I need to have the system on, and I can't because it won't reach the battery. So I'm going to go ahead and wire it in, and I've made the decision to put a switch right here in the back, right there, and then run to the power here. So I got a little short piece of wire here. I never throw anything away, so I've got crap laying everywhere. So I'm going to wire that up real quick and get it powered. And then we'll be able to see what's going on with these fronts. I can turn all the lights off in here, at least get a little bit of darkness so I can see. I want to see the shadows and the light output and the direction. I want it to light up the ground under the cart, but I don't want to see the actual light bulb, if that makes sense. So I'm going to get this fired up or wired up real quick. Get this switch installed, and then we'll get it turned on and see what it looks like. All right, I kind of got it rigged up where I can get this light going. I'm kind of liking this idea. It's almost like it was made to fit right there inside that fender. And then it lights up all of that onto the ground. I think I like that. I'll put the light the other way so the wire is on the other end so I can get into that loom easy and then just run it to the back. All right, that's what we're gonna do. All right, we got the back side up on the ramps now. The front side is done. Have a look around in here. It's really kind of hard to see in there. Let's look around and try to find a good flat spot. May run it along this. That'll be tucked up good enough without being able to be seen. All right, I'm gonna grab another light, hook it up, and we'll kind of get an idea where we want to put them. All right, we got both fender well lights in. I've decided to go kind of up there. Can't really see it. It's basically right here on the inside. Both sides, got them hooked up. So the last ones, I know when I started the video I said they had one for the center console, but I thought I might put it back here instead. Well, I don't have to make a decision because they sent two. They're not both on the instructions, but there's two of them. So I can put one back here and I can put one under the center console. So I have to be careful though because I don't have any more plugs on this side. I only have on that side. So I gotta run both of them to that side. Well, the one back here is gonna be easy. But the one from the front's gotta come down the passenger side to plug in. All right, last two, let's knock it out. Alright, so I got this back one installed. Stuck it up in there. That one was super easy. I keep going back and forth on this one on the console, and the reason I'm hesitant is because no matter where I put this, you're gonna see the light. It's just gonna be out there, and I don't want to see the light. So I think I'm gonna hold off on this one. See what kind of light I get from what's on here after dark, and then make a decision then. It's super easy to plug these in and just run the wires. So I'm gonna wait for now, wait till it gets dark and see how it looks. And then once I'm happy with the way it come out and everything's good, I'll clean up all of these wires, get everything bundled up in a ball up there, and then we'll be finished. But for now, I gotta wait for it to get dark. So that's it for now. We'll see you guys after dark. While I was shopping for the light kit we just got done installing, I saw this as well. Now this was actually in the boating section, but it just goes to show you how versatile their products are. This is a flagpole mount, but it does both square tubing and round tubing. And I figured it'd be great for the golf cart, because I can clamp it onto the poles that hold up the top. So we're gonna have a look at this and then throw this on there real quick. Because it's for a boat, I've expected it to be pretty robust, and I was right. That is beefy. It's all metal. It's got double clamps. It's not some cheap little flagpole. And these are the jaws to use if you have round tubes and you want to clamp it onto a round tube. You got those as well. But we're going to use a square tube mount. I'm going to throw this thing on there real quick. Pretty excited about that. It's always nice to have the stars and bars flying. I'm going to get this put together, and then we'll try it on a couple of spots on the golf cart and see where the best location is. All right. All right, so I decided on the front, because I think the flag rules state it's supposed to be as far forward as possible. So that's where it is. I rolled the cart back here to test fit it under the garage door, because I don't want to have to take it up and down every time I go out. So made sure I got a couple inches clearance there. That's as high as it's going to go. So I think that's going to look really good. And we'll drive it around in a little while and see. Kind of blocked in right now, but got that installed. Now we wait for tonight so we can check out the lights. All right, we'll see you then. Well guys, that's going to finish this one up. We got the golf cart tricked out with the underglow lights and the flag. It wasn't super hard. It just has a lot of steps, and you got to be careful to make sure you clean all the surfaces before you mount the lights. But if you guys want to tackle this one, I have confidence that you can knock it out. It went pretty smooth, and the product is really good, high quality. The light bars are thick and robust. They look very waterproof. So I think they're going to last a while. We're going to go ahead and finish this one off here. If you like what I'm doing, if you like watching my videos, please subscribe to the channel. I'm almost to 500 subscribers. I don't know what happens at 500, but I'm hoping something cool. You can also drop some comments if you have questions, or if you just want to interact and hang out, that's cool too. If you want updates, you know, you can get notifications whenever I upload new videos for the truck or the golf cart or whatever it is. Please go check out our friends at Kemimoto. Make sure you use the 10% discount code that's in the description of this video. I'll also include links to the light kit and the flag kit. So if you are interested in purchasing either one of those, you can run over to their Amazon store and grab those and you get 10% off. But for now, we're going to finish up. You guys have a good one and rock on.